Alrighty, hi all. Bringing you something a little bit different tonight. It's a video about this highbay light that I recently got. They were throwing this away at work, along with another one, and I thought, oh, I might as well take these because, especially this one, it's quite unique. Not just because of the fitting itself, but because of the bulb. It's not a bulb that you normally see in a fitting like this. This is a Sylvania highbay light. As you can see up there, the catalogue number is AA16100. I can't quite make out the entire label there. Might be able to see it a bit better. 400 watt mercury vapour light fitting, and someone has stuck this watchman reflector bulb in it. You can see the etch somewhere up in there. I haven't actually removed the bulb since I got the fitting. It's a very interesting fitting. Normally you'd just see like a normal, I can't remember the name of the shape at the moment, but the normal 400 watt mercury vapor bulb. In this, I do have a bunch of those bulbs somewhere. I don't think I can get to any of them right now. I have a bunch of them under there somewhere. And there's a bunch in that pink box up there as well, but they're just the normal. Actually, no, I know where I have one. I'll show you really quick detour. I'll show you the other highbay that I got with that one. Again, I just got them from work, sitting around here. This one's just a Lanson one. These are real common. You see them labelled Pier Light as well. You see these are the most common type you see. So normally they just have that style bulb in them. I can't think of the name right now. I think it's BT something. Probably not going to keep this highbay around, but that's why it's sitting out here, because I don't really care too much if it gets rained on, because like I said, they're common. But the Sylvania one I'll definitely be keeping in the shed. I do have an eye lighting highbay hanging in the very back of the shed behind all the things as well. So this one will probably go up with that one. It's up in the back there somewhere. This is cool. I've got it hooked into the power meter so you can see what we're sort of doing at the moment. I don't actually know what it's displaying at the moment though. Amps and power factor. I suppose it'll be interesting to see. I can change it to watts too. I powered this thing up very briefly. I haven't actually run it up since I had it. And I did power it up very briefly, and the ballast is really loud. That's why I'm not too worried about that fan making all that noise back there, because you won't even hear it once this thing's running. Speaking of this thing running, let's go ahead and we'll turn off all these other main lights. It makes some really cool purple colours on startup too, so that's cool. We'll go ahead and we'll power it up here in 3, 2, 1. Next door's dog doesn't really like the noise. Probably should pull the roller door down. It's currently pulling, what have we got? 4.2 amps, power factor of 0.1, which is really bad. So it probably doesn't have a capacitor in it. Currently pulling 139 watts, if I'm reading the meter correctly. Yeah, 138 watts, 139 watts. Obviously the light doesn't look like that in person. Playing with the exposure. So really what this thing needs is the ballast to be open up and some varnish sprayed on the windings to quiet that noise down a bit. It'll also probably quieten down once it's fully up to full brilliance. And these watchman lamps aren't normally in high bays, like I was saying. They're normally in like a floodlight and they're exposed. There's photos of stuff like that online in gallery. I do have another one of these bulbs somewhere that's actually self-ballasted that I need to make a video of. I think it's in that purple box I pointed out before. Just about getting up to full brilliance now. It's pretty bright. What are we drawing? 3.5 amps, 0.3 power factor, so it's gone up a little bit. 350 watts, so yeah, we're getting pretty close to full power now. Expect that power factor is probably going to go up to about 0.8 once it's at full brilliance. Yeah, you can see it's quietening down now, or here rather. It's extremely bright. I can't even look into that. Ignore all the junk in my shed. I'm just trying to show you how well it lights things up. It obviously doesn't look green in person. It looks more like a very pure white with a hint of pink. But cameras have never done mercury vapor lighting justice. The ballast has quietened down a bit, which is nice. What are we drawing now? 2.6 amps, 0.6 power factor, so I wasn't quite correct about the power factor. And now it's drawing 430 watts, so it's a little bit higher than what it, well, ballast loss. So that's that's about right. And we've probably got a little bit lower voltage out here too, I'd say. Yeah, 237. So ideally that'd be at about 245 and it'd probably be running at about 400, but yeah, see now we're at 428. 2.6 amps, it's actually not too bad. 0.68 power factor. Very nice light. Definitely want to try and figure out a way to get more mercury vapor lighting in the shed rather than fluorescent. But obviously these fittings are so big, this thing's hanging down like pretty much at my head height. Obviously I could get it to sit up a bit higher if I wanted to, but then the fans, like if I put it where that fluorescent light is, the fans would have to sort of spread apart a bit, plus it's impractical because it's loud. I think it's pretty much at full brightness now, pretty much plateauing. We're not really changing on current draw, so. And this thing is extremely bright and it's also chucking off a pretty decent amount of heat. For those of you who don't know, mercury vapor is basically just a big spark that's constantly going inside that tube. It's an AC spark though, so it's actually, yeah, pulsing 50 times a second. That's why it's flickering in the camera, because the shutter speed and the incoming frequency of the power doesn't line up. It'd be interesting to see how this reflector pushes the light down with the bulb that's designed to be in there. Obviously it's got all that extra reflective material up in the top that's not being used with this style of bulb. I wonder if you can actually see that etch now that it's lit up. Yeah, you can. Made in Japan. I'm gonna make a, once I clean up a bit in here, I will probably make a remake video of that eye lighting high bay. Alright, we'll go ahead and power this thing down now, because I've somehow made a 10-minute long video about a light. But we'll go ahead and power it down and we'll watch the glow down. Right, so powering it down in 3, 2, 1. There's the glow down for you. It's still chucking off an insane amount of heat. Still glowing down. And that's it. Alright, well, let me know what you think of this style of video. If you want to see me make some more videos about lights. Obviously, we'll be back to our scheduled program of all these fans that I need to make videos of. That's why they're still assembled on the ceiling. But yeah, hope you found this interesting. I know I certainly did. Thanks for watching. Over and out.